Pacquiao. If in fact Pacquiao wins, you wear this t-shirt on First Take Monday.
Not only will I accept their bet, I'll wear the Team Pacquiao hat too. Give me a baseball cap to wear with that, okay? But if Pacquiao loses, when he loses, not only does Skip have to wear TMT shirt.
I have exactly zero fear of having to wear whatever that thing is.
So you accepted the bet?
Heck yes, I'm accepting.
I thought about this a lot, actually. Pacquiao and Mayweather will fight again because Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Okay.
So he's interested in cashing in on events.
Okay.
Who could blame him?
Okay.
Boxing's a hurt business. Floyd knows when he says TBE, the best ever,
Whoa.
he's referring to the fight game.
I'm looking in your eyes. What are you getting at, man?
He means the fight game. That means get in, make your money, don't get hurt, get out. He's right. So Pacquiao looks like a very good opponent to him.
Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman clashed over the upcoming Mayweather versus Pacquiao rematch. Nobody expected it to trigger real-world panic. The broadcast pulled in a staggering 3.2 million live viewers, making it the highest-rated boxing content in months. But this wasn't just another debate. It exposed deep divides, shifted millions of dollars in Vegas sports books, and brought legendary fighters out of the woodwork to take sides.
That Pacquiao
Very good.
will stop Floyd Mayweather.
What?
That's right.
Hold on. I don't want to hear a very good chance. Are you saying, for the record, that you believe Max Kellerman, boxing analyst extraordinaire, Mr. HBO, Max Kellerman, the boxing analyst, the successor to the great Larry Merchant, the man who worked side by side by the greatest voice in boxing since Howard Cosell. Are you sitting here with a straight face and looking at me and telling me you believe that Manny Pacquiao is going to knock out Money Mayweather?
Max Kellerman wasted zero time ripping into the romanticized idea of a second fight, branding the whole event a calculated cash grab. Pulling up undeniable CompuBox data from their 2015 encounter, he highlighted a brutal truth. Floyd landed nearly double the punches. To Kellerman, that historic night was a $600 million defensive masterclass that left casual fans feeling completely robbed. He savagely dismissed the infamous torn rotator cuff excuse, revealing that Manny's team knew about the damage weeks in advance and were still cleared by doctors.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
So what do you think's gonna happen here, though? What do we think's gonna happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, watch it.
No,
the first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
But why though? But you didn't like the first time they fought.
No, I didn't.
I'm not gonna watch the second.
You didn't like that match?
No, the first fight.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Of course you did,
when it
'cause
wasn't
Floyd made it look
Grandpa's,
easy. I know you
when it
didn't
wasn't
like that.
No, by the way,
I didn't like it.
that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way.
But you like Pacquiao more.
No, I didn't like the fact that it
Who's
was a
your
diminished
favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd? Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
favorite?
No,
I
know Pacquiao.
Actually, Floyd. Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd ever.
But
never
Pacquiao,
thought it was
he's one of my
gonna
favorite fighters.
Who?
Floyd and Pacquiao, they're one of my favorite fighters. But I still want
Floyd's
to
the
see
longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
You know.
But let's be real, what this is all about, business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today, even if they aren't necessarily the most active fighters. And Mayweather's gonna have his exhibition with Mike Tyson in the Congo in April. Pacquiao's gonna do one in Vegas with Ruslan Provodnikov, and then they're gonna.
The real problem, according to Max, wasn't a bad shoulder. It was Pacquiao's complete inability to trap a defensive genius. And while critics point to Floyd fighting YouTubers, Kellerman explained that Mayweather is using these safe exhibitions to silently rebuild his conditioning. He's sharpening his timing without risking his chin against hungry contenders.
Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, it's true. Floyd is one of the top 10 greatest pound-for-pound fighters who ever lived. Tough to argue otherwise. But pound for pound, he can't be above Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a flyweight champion. Not that he turned pro at flyweight. He was good enough as a flyweight to be the lineal champion, the real champion. Now, he didn't win titles in every division. He skipped some of these, but I just want to tell you how flyweight, junior bantam, junior feather, junior light, junior welter,
He's rapping
welter,
again.
junior
He
middle.
rolling.
And he laid waste to these divisions. He fought great fighters. He never ducked anybody. Pacquiao, to me, other than Sugar Ray Robinson, he's still one. Pacquiao is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter who ever lived. I can't put Floyd above him.
Yeah.
Any beef?
I agree with you on that. I mean, I've always had Manny Pacquiao above Floyd pound for pound, and just in the history of boxing, you never heard of a guy that can go from those weight classes and still dominate. Knocking out Cotto, knocking out Ricky Hatton with one shot, destroying Oscar De La Hoya. Made him look like he was nothing. I mean, for me, Manny Pacquiao is always going to have that, and I was always a huge fan of him growing up, so yeah.
Stephen A. Smith fired back with a vengeance, absolutely convinced that the public was cheated out of the real fight 11 years ago. Pacing the set, he passionately argued that Pacquiao was damaged goods that night, requiring immediate surgery the moment the final bell rang. This rematch isn't about nostalgia for Smith, it's about settling a score at full strength. He brought the receipts, pointing out that an aging Pacquiao just fought to a grueling majority draw against prime WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. That recent brutal battle proves Manny still has elite ring sharpness. Compare that to Floyd dodging real danger on an exhibition circus tour, and Smith believes the Filipino icon is walking into September with a massive, undeniable physical advantage. He's convinced this is Manny's moment for redemption.
The shape Mayweather stays in shape. He's the greatest defensive fighter, arguably, we've ever seen, and clearly one of the greatest ever. But their fight in 2015, hyped as the fight of the century, I was so hyped to see it, was underwhelming in the end because it wasn't nearly as much action as we expected because of Mayweather's defensive brilliance and the fact that Pacquiao couldn't catch him, not to mention Pacquiao mentioned it after the fight that he had a shoulder injury and all of this other stuff. I mean, Mayweather's been retired for 9 years. I'm underwhelmed, but I don't blame them because a lot of people would still want to see this, but I'm not expecting much.
I want my Hagler Hearns. I want my Hagler Leonard. But that's not this, and it wasn't that in 2015. So the question I ask is, Manny, are you okay? Manny, are you okay? That's all.
Well, you're going to get paid. They're going to get paid, though. They're going to get paid.
Absolutely.
They're going to make some money now.
That's right. They're going to get paid. That's the whole thing of this. Again, we got to wait till September till this happens.
Heavyweights across the sport instantly flooded social media, violently split on who takes the crown. Terrence Crawford quickly sided with Kellerman, dropping a hard truth on Twitter about how fighting styles age. He pointed out that defense is timeless, while an offensive, swarming style like Pacquiao's desperately needs young legs, but others see a totally different reality playing out. Porter went on the offensive, arguing that Floyd's legendary foot speed has visibly vanished in his recent exhibitions. They believe Manny's relentless warrior mentality will shatter the older, slower Mayweather in the later rounds. The consensus inside the locker rooms is fractured, turning former champions against each other as they analyze every piece of recent training footage.
Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on your ass. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, oh, shit, well, Barrios is all right. I'm better than Barrios. Shit, even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can still do this shit. That's what he thinking. He like, I still can do this shit. I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. It's too late. It's too late. I just keep it a buck. It's damn too late. And will I be watching it? Yeah, I think the world gonna be watching it too. I think everybody gonna be watching it. You know, however, Manny Pacquiao can't beat no damn Mayweather, man. Sorry to tell y'all, he can't beat no Mayweather.
Outside the gym, the psychological warfare is already reaching a boiling point. Oscar De La Hoya publicly condemned the spectacle, warning the boxing community to stop recycling old fights and focus on the future. He dismissed the entire circus as pure nostalgia, totally devoid of real competitive value. But Floyd Mayweather couldn't resist the bait. Capitalizing on the viral chaos, he posted a perfectly timed photo of his pristine, untouched record with a chilling caption. He reminded the world that numbers don't lie, boldly claiming he will leave the arena 51-0. His massive ego is fully engaged, and he's using the massive media storm to effortlessly sell the ultimate villain narrative.
Can't lose, right?
Floyd can't lose, you know? Floyd can't lose. And it's like, Manny, I think he should have handled business against Mario Barrios. I thought he beat Mario, but he should have handled business. What does that mean? Make this fight look so one-sided that no one can doubt that you've won this fight. And in order to beat Floyd, there's a certain energy you have to have. I'm not sure if Manny can find that energy now. And Floyd's he's always been him, you know?
The internet backlash has been swift and unforgiving, particularly aimed at Max Kellerman. Massive Reddit threads have ignited, accusing the veteran analyst of torpedoing decades of goodwill to embrace cheap, hot-take television narratives. Hardcore fans dug up buried history, pointing right back to his notorious 2015 post-fight interview. That night, a visibly dazed Pacquiao claimed he thought he won, and Kellerman aggressively interrogated him on live television. For many viewers, this recent debate felt like a continuation of that old hostility. They believe he's abandoned the objective, clinical breakdowns that made him famous, trading his credibility for viral sound bites and manufactured controversy.
Has changed the game like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
in a bad way.
In a bad way.
In a
Thank
bad
you.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it. In a bad way.
He was so great and so dominant. I
yeah,
can't
but
do that.
he mastered the art of knowing when to fight somebody and when not to fight somebody. I mean, he's the best in that game. He's the best in, you know, making money and making all the, you know, the huge fights happen. But why? Because he was timing every single one of them. He never fought nobody really in their prime. He always
after junior lightweight. Junior lightweight, he did.
100%.
He didn't fight Paul Williams, so we all wanted to
So
see.
he changed the game in the worst way possible. You're right. Everybody's trying to protect their own. I had to break that, right, with Tank. I made sure we made
you
that
broke
fight.
the protecting the oath.
We did.
Yes.
Hey, we took the O in the, you know, in the name of the sport. Thank you very much.
You got a bag for that.
You got a big bag for that.
I had a little, you know, incentive.
But I mean, Floyd has even told me before the Pacquiao fight. He said, "Look, TBE, the best ever. Someone, you want to talk about inside the ring? Someone else could have that." Now, Floyd, I'm sure thinks it's him, and he has a hell of a case. Floyd is he has an argument for best fighter ever. Right. I just don't have him number one. But what he said was, I'm talking about the whole game. He's right. Floyd played the boxing game better than anyone ever played the boxing game. And what this speaks to, and this is a boxing show, boxing is fundamentally exploitative. I get this as a fan. It's a guilty pleasure. I get it, right? And usually it's fans and networks exploiting fighters, right? We say, we want to see you in blood and guts fights, which risks their health for the rest of their life to entertain us. And Floyd flipped the script. He said, no. Instead of fans and networks exploiting me, I'm going to exploit the fans and networks, right? But Ryan's right. It's not good for the fans. It's good for the fighter. It's just not good.
This television drama is carrying heavy real-world consequences that nobody anticipated. Stephen A. Smith's explosive rant single-handedly convinced casual bettors to flood the sports books. The sudden influx of cash violently shifted the betting lines, dragging Mayweather from a heavy favorite down to a highly vulnerable position overnight. But the most shocking development happened behind closed doors. The Nevada State Athletic Commission went into a panic over the brutal realities discussed on air. They demanded extended neurological testing and advanced brain scans for both fighters before granting any licenses. The terrifying prospect of two men nearing 50 taking heavy blows to the head has forced regulators to step in, proving this event is carrying massive, unprecedented risks.
Same, it's the standard full physical MRI, MRA, the eye exam, blood, EKG, so very standard, like what it is typically. They're getting insurance, so that's not a problem, right? So that there's no concerns or any issues there. You also have to look at their history, right? Their history is, look at how many fights they've done, look at how they've performed. They've always shown up. They haven't been, they're not flight risks. So we have to go back into history and look at it. And of course, you see Manny's performance was great.
Yeah, and going back to the first fight, drug testing was a big sticking point for Floyd, right? Is there going to be drug testing for this fight?
Yes, most likely, yes, there will be. And Floyd always likes to work with USADA, so it'll likely be USADA.
Terrific. And also the purse split was a big one too. Did you feel the negotiations were a lot easier this time around?
I wouldn't say the negotiations were easier. I would say that they were, you know, in something like this, nothing is easy. It takes a lot of time. It was months of negotiations. But again, they're being rational people on all sides. And Netflix and Everwonder being great partners, we were able to get it done. So it was not easy. It was not hard. There was a lot of other things around this that made, you know, life very challenging for me. But specifically pertaining to this event, because of all of these additional moving parts and the timing of it.
The entire spectacle ultimately boils down to one terrifying, undeniable question, perfectly framed by boxing mind Teddy Atlas. It all depends on whether a 49-year-old's legs can survive 12 agonizing rounds of constant pressure. If Floyd's legs give out, his invincible defensive system completely collapses. Will September 19th deliver a legendary, long-awaited redemption story for Manny Pacquiao? Or will it be a catastrophic, dangerous mistake for everyone involved? The debate is raging, the money is moving, and the countdown to the most controversial night in modern boxing has officially begun. Let me know whose side you are taking down in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.